We need to come back and find, like, which one of these is going to be the easiest. Heroes do 3 times as much damage but attack a third as often. I mean, with a fire breath potion, that's not. I mean, triple damage. Just random number of flies spawn isn't bad. I mean, persistent buzzing is probably the easiest. Yeah, we're gonna do a persistent buzzing. Cool. I don't. Well, that was a free to play account. I don't need any more business. Okay. Um. Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah. I mean, kind of the core story in Baldur's Gate 3 is like, are you willing to sacrifice your humanity for power? How far are you willing to go? How far are you willing to go? And when you get there, was it worth it? Was it worth it? Oh, I was going to do this at the next snack break, and then I forgot. So I'm having my Cadbury cream egg as a celebration. Oh, this is the one of the ones where it's sticky. It's hard to get out of the wrapper. Right. Well, humanity not. I mean, humanity in our sense, it's of being a kind person, not of being a human being. I don't really associate. No, I know where where the word is derived from. I don't associate it necessarily with human beings. Mm, falling apart. Dogs are more human than human? I thought that was White Zombie. See, I can riff on words too. So this one should be pretty straightforward. 250. I mean, we went to 275 minus a champion, and now we're gonna have 250. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think that's gonna be a problem at all. I just realized I saved these as 8 champion formations. So I'm gonna have to change that. So the whole purpose of this was to get influence from Mirt. We're trying to get Timegate piece open. 2.5 EO4. We now have 1.54 EO4. This next one should put us over the top. We have more than enough ruby coins. We've been completing, we actually completed some challenges just while doing that variant. But I am not going to pay attention to any of these challenges. I just want to be honest. Don't care. I'm not going to try to work for them. Even if I get close to this one, not going to care. I might, if we're like a few levels away. But I'm not trying to do these. I'm trying to get this. That's all I care about. Now, though, we have some perks. We have influence for perks. And the amount of influence that we spend here for perks does not come away from this. This is, think of this as a high watermark. How high have we raised our, how much influence have we earned over time? It doesn't care what you spend over here. And so since we're doing a Mirt variant, we focus on spending it in Mirt. So we were able to pick up 200%, so we're now triple damage. It's spent here, but you'll notice still the same total as here. So totally fine once you get your influence to spend it here on local stuff while you're doing local stuff. Now, when we're done doing local stuff and we go back to Tomb of Annihilation, reset, spend it right there. I'll take 10% more damage in the main campaign, because why not? But just know you can reset influence for patrons as much as you want without losing anything. Okay. All right. So we just want the rest of the influence for this, and then we'll be done. And then we'll be done with Mirt for this week, for now. And then Mirt will reset on Monday, and we'll be able to buy a new Timegate piece. This is going to give us 3,000 ruby coins. We already have 4,825, so we won't even have to do another variant next week, because we'll spend 2,500 coins this week, leaving us with 2325 plus the 3,000 we're just going to earn. So we're 5,000. We're fine for the next 2 weeks. We don't need to do any more stuff for Mirt for like 2 weeks. What's that, Lassie? Seasons fell in the well? No. What's that, Lassie? Spoilers are in the well? Spoilers fell in the well? There we go. Gotta tie it in there. No. Seasons moved to a farm upstate. No, we should just put, just dawned on me, we should just put Dritz in the middle of this formation and it'll look correct. Well, I mean, the idea was to have seasons forever, right? This is another thing you got to just keep in mind about a live play service. They may be like, yeah, seasons are our new big thing, and then almost 2 years later, they're like, well, seasons didn't really work out, so they're going away. Welcome to a live service game. Strongheart isn't worried about seasons. Strongheart's too busy scavenging event tokens out of corpses. Oh my god, do they got some? You guys got any more of those event tokens over here? Just going corpse to corpse. No. What's that? Um, And we're in this long, slow accumulation of gems, which we're not getting any from the patron stuff. We're not getting any. Other than just from the bosses we kill, but we're working our way up to the gelatinous cube. I need 5,000 green gems for the gelatinous cube. So we're just not. I don't get to buy chests. I'm just like, did we loot any decent chests? No, no gold, no decent gold chests. So, yeah. Oh well. Oh well. We only have 3 time gate pieces, but that's fine because we just spent 3 to unlock Mirt. But after we finish this, we'll be able to buy one. We'll be back up to 4. And then on Monday, we'll buy another one. We'll be at 5. And then next week, one's going to drop and we'll be at 7 because we now have turn back time. So we're going to be gaining 2 every week from this blessing, from this global blessing. And 1 every week from, 2 every 5 days from that global blessing. And an extra 1 every week from Mirt. So currently, every 2 weeks we would be able to do a natural time gate. But what's going to happen is we're going to have to save these up. We're going to need 6 for the event, which is the better way to spin them. We need 6 for the event because that's going to get us 2 flex slot champions in the event. So if you're newer, remember the event starts Wednesday. You'll still have another week before you'll need to spend 3. And then the week after that, you'll need to spend 3 more. So just budget appropriately. Budget appropriately. Really want enough gold to get Archon out here so we can get his gold find in the game, but that's what this extra slot in the formation's for. It's going to be our dirty farm formation. Yay. Coffenia, they patched Strongheart. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Strongheart updates. They took out like the blessings that affected seasons. Now one affects events, and one is based on events, and one's based on collections. Strongheart now scavenges event tokens, and has a specialization based off event buffs. These buffs on events. So yeah, they already changed that. There we go. Yeah, like I said, if you see them change Strongheart and those blessings, don't expect seasons to come back anytime soon, if ever. If ever. Like if they were going to come back soon, they wouldn't have touched those things. So, and based on their conversations that they've had on Dev Insights, zero plans, zero plans to bring seasons back currently. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done in the game before they go trying to fix seasons. And even if seasons came back, whatever season pass came with it would be vastly different. Vastly different. They clearly recognize they made a huge mistake there. Oh yeah, the bonus quests were horrible. The tiered bonus quests were horrible. Yeah. Absolutely. Ad break. Ad break. What my other account's doing? Hmm? Not bad. Not a bad gem farm, but it could be better. Feel like it might not be as fast as I would like. Stable though. Stable. What's the shirt about? Oh, it's it's a Star Wars Funko shirt. Rogue. This is the Rogue One. It's a Star Wars Rogue One Funko version. Funko Pops. It's basically the Pops figures on the shirt. It's the Rogue One shirt. That work? Yes, it did. Okay. That's the shirt. Mine's just old and faded. Mine's just old and faded. For a while, Funko did a Star Wars monthly box, and it was great. It was great. I have a lot of T-shirts from it. The shirts are honestly were the best part for me. Um, I mean, basically, as far as I was concerned, I was basically trying to buy a shirt every month with that. Um, and then I guess they just weren't getting enough. They just decided, well, we're just going to sell all the things separately, or just not do some of these other things and just sell some of this stuff. And it went to garbage. But for a long, long time, it was called Smuggler's Bounty. I got a Star Wars Smuggler's Bounty box every month. I have so many Funko Pops that are unopened and just in a storage container, like in the garage. I don't want them, but it's like I don't know how to sell them for what they're worth. I don't really eBay anymore, so mm. so yeah. One of these days, Maybe I'll figure out what to do with them. And then maybe I'll get some money off of them. Yeah, I mean, subscription boxes were neat. It was a neat idea. But part of the problem is like you really have to be okay with utterly random stuff every month. And for me, I was like, if it's got a T-shirt every month, I'm probably going to be fine with it. And not all months had a T-shirt. Like it just depended. But I got some neat stuff out of there that I wouldn't have gotten any other way, and I'm kind of bummed that I can't go back and get that in other places now. I did like a one-time box of something that was a Star Wars thing that had just the coolest stuff in it. It had like a scarf and a hat and a beanie and some other things, and it's like I still break those out when it gets really cold. The scarf and the beanie match, and people are always like, what's that from?" And I'm like, it's from this one box that they sold like a limited number of, like however how many years ago, 5 or 6 or 7 years ago. Like, yeah. But yeah, a lot of the boxes, I was like, people were just getting random stuff, and I'm like, I would never want any of that stuff. I could maybe one thing out of all those, and what do I do with the rest? So, and that's ultimately what happened with all this. Is all the rest of the stuff just ended up in storage containers because I wasn't going to throw them away. Here doesn't keep me warm. It keeps my face warm, but you still want a scarf, right? When it gets real cold. Yeah, I remember subscribing to like the Woot newsletter, like to see what the sales were. I'm like, I don't think I ever got anything. I don't think I ever bought anything. Yeah. I mean, a lot of those things are like you just keep watching and watching and watching, just in the hopes that one day they sell something you want. And I just gave up on that whole thing. Oh, jeez. Oh, that came with a TV. I never buy those. Whenever they're like, "Hey, mystery bags. Who knows what's in it?" I'm like, No. But it could be no. But you might no. Nothing. I've never had the kind of money where I would just be like, "Oh yeah, I'll throw that money away just on a no." Because then I end up, and because for me, it's like then I end up with a bunch of stuff that I probably don't even want. And what do I do with that? Like, yeah, folks, no CNE stream tomorrow. So no tutorial show tomorrow, but I will be here. I will be here earlier because there's no tutorial show tomorrow. I'm just going to go get lunch. I'm just going to go get lunch early and then and fire up the stream earlier than usual. So longer stream tomorrow on this channel. On this channel. And then Sunday, yeah, Sunday I already have it on my calendar. Clean the computer, but I'm also going to add reroute, put in the new internet cable. That's gonna take a little. That's gonna take a little work. It's not an easy thing to do. I can't do anything with the mic. The mic is what it is. Maybe I should just. Hold on. How much would it be for me to? How much would it be to me? What would it be if I just ordered the mic? But I'd want it with the pop filter, so I mean that's not cheap. Oh, and I'd probably need. Would it just? Hold on. I think I'd also need a shock mount because it's not going to work with this shock mount. This is the problem. You need all the little extra stuff. That's what it. That's the one. Add that to this wish list. Okay, so that would be. Yeah, I mean that's a chunk. Oh, they can overnight me the shock mount and the pop filter. Oh, that's wonderful. Dead the useless without the mic though. Amazon, thanks. Thanks. I don't think I'd get any. I don't think I'd get any other better deal buying it straight off their website either. Hold on. I don't even. Do they even sell it off their website? I think they just no. They just send you to the other. They just send you to somewhere else. I'm guessing. Oh no, I don't know. It says add to cart. Let me look at it over here. Hold on. So far, same price. That's oh. I'm like, why did it go up so much? Oh, it accidentally added another mic to that. No, I didn't. I just wanted one mic. Please. Oh my. Hold on, folks. Comes in close. Yeah. I could do that. How fast can they get it to me now? Doesn't say. Doesn't say. Free shipping. Well, that's appreciated. I would think for spending that much money, you would give me for shipping. Doesn't say how long. Okay. That's okay. As long as it's not a month from now. I mean, we just have to live with it because I just said yes. It still doesn't tell me. All right. All right. I just ordered a mic, a new mic, shock mount, and pop filter. So what I went to check is, unlike Amazon, I can pay with my PayPal. And kind of the way and basically CNE pays me through PayPal, and also all of the Ko-Fi stuff goes through PayPal. And so whenever I get paid, I usually just I leave a percentage. I leave like a chunk just still in my PayPal for gaming stuff. That's how I just pay for gaming stuff with PayPal. So it just kind of worked that hey, I've got enough in there that I could pay for that with my PayPal account instead of it coming out of my bank account, because the bank account feels more real. Like, oh, that just came out of my bank account. Bank account's more what I watch. Like, how much money do I have? Bank account. PayPal is like, that's just my funny money. What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, let me go back. We had some questions while I was trying to figure this out. All right. No guide show tomorrow. Correct. Just come over here instead. Yeah. Timegate free play doesn't give gold chests. No free plays give gold chests. Noobles. None of them. When's the next event? April 3rd, the first Wednesday of every month. First Wednesday. Mars and Lydia can never go on vacation the same week ever again. Oh, you miss your morning streams, huh? Sorry, I don't get up that early. Question. Kent? Question mark. How good is he? I mean, it could have just been one. I mean, I use Virgil more than I use Kent because Virgil's a speed champion. So it's hard for me to say. Yeah, I feel like Kent is more if you're going full rivals. It's a write-off. It's really not. You have to spend so much money. Look, as someone who just did their taxes, I would have to spend so much money on equipment in a year to be able to actually make the write-off, like itemization, better than just taking the standard deduction. I never make it. I think I did 1 year, and that was when I new, like a whole new computer. Yeah, no, like you got to spend a lot of money or in my experience, you have to spend a lot of money to itemize on your taxes and write that off. It hasn't worked. It hasn't worked for me once. Did I order from Jersey Mike's? No, I can't stand that place. I tried. I went once, and for me, worst sandwich from a chain restaurant. For me, it's everybody else can. If everybody else wants to like them, that's fine. For me, it was not great. Not great. We're almost to the point where we need to switch to a pushing formation. Okay. Carlock, come in and start killing things, please. Come in and start killing things, please. Riv. Tank it up. Tank it up. We're going to have a little extra room here, so I think we're going to put him in here. And we're going to do beasts because those flies that are on like every level will trigger it. Yeah. Bike. All right. Oh. That include writing off my internet. So again, I've tried to itemize in the past, and they will not have it. They will not allow me to. I don't use my internet or my computer just for work. Right? There's all these qualifications. Like, do you only use the internet for or the computer that you're using for work, or do you use it for personal reasons? Well, if you use it for personal reasons, I like, no, you don't get to write that off. And internet. Do you use the internet just for work? No, I watch stream movies and stuff. What do you? No. Oh, you don't get to write any of that off either. Home office is the only thing you do in that space. Work? No. No. So they just don't. They don't let you write any of that off. And even if and one time, like, even when I tried to, like, looked at the numbers, like, if I total this up based off the calculations, if I were to switch and I were to have, like, a personal computer and a work computer and all this stuff, it still didn't beat the standard deduction. So, yeah. Morketh, I get what you're trying. I get that you're trying to help, but per the actual IRS rules, look, I can go. I've been down this road before. When I was in insurance, there was like a CPA that everybody was told, like, oh, go to this guy. They always get you a ton of money. And I was like, how? And they're like, well, they write stuff off. And I was like, what stuff? I'm like everything. And I was like, you can't write some of this stuff off for the way we do this business. And they're like, they say we can. And 2 years later, all of those people were filed in were getting audited by the IRS and owed thousands and thousands of dollars. And that guy lost his job, lost his license. And so, look, are there people out there that'll write that stuff off? Sure. Per the per the current tax rules, as I understand them, and I read through that stuff, because if I could write it off and save a little cash, believe me, I would. I need it. I don't make that much money. Yeah. Because ultimately, all that stuff. I mean, if you're comparing what you're writing off to the standard deduction, and for me, it wouldn't even come over. It wouldn't. There's no comparison. The standard deduction is a bigger deduction. I don't spend that much money. I am very frugal. I'm very frugal. So I don't know. I'm fairly cautious of that because I know like a dozen people that got screwed over by an accountant who wrote stuff off for them and made them lots of money, and I'm like, okay. Yeah, now if I could write off silver chests. You're using your internet for work purposes. Should a job be liable for it? Well, but my job is me. I am self-employed. I'm an independent contractor, so right. That's the problem. Is it's when you're self-employed, there's a lot of restrictions. They're not like, as much as they like to say, oh, we love people starting their own businesses. No, they don't. No, they don't. Uh, yeah. But yeah, I was, and this year, even though I posted in the Discord, they're like, "Oh, good job! You had less taxable in your income this year than before." And I'm like, "What do you mean, good job? That means I made less money. You fucking morons. Like, you're not reading this right. That should not have been an automatic pop-up, just based off of a comparison. It's not that I found more things to write off, or I did a better job of writing things off. I made less money. You assholes. Tell me good job. And then even though I made less money, I paid more in taxes. Self-employment makes you the problem. Noted. Yes. It does. It absolutely does. I've only gotten one good thing out of being self-employed, and that was during the pandemic when they had, they had those loans. Whether if you have your own business, so in self-employed counted, they had those loans, and if you made under a certain amount of money, and then the amount you took in that was small enough, they were like, no, you don't have to pay that back. I was like, well, for once, that was actually decent for me. And considering I couldn't go to, it's basically killed my employment since then because I wasn't able to go to conventions and network and get jobs, and so that was rough. Continues to be rough. If I wrote off game purchases, I would only be able to, it would be games that I had to play. I would have to play them on stream. Yeah. And I've considered that, like, only play them on stream. Like, so I couldn't write off Idle Champions. Oddly enough, not technically, because it's not just played on stream. Write off a lot because you run your business from your garage. I know. I have seriously considered. Basically, there's a bedroom right over there. I've seriously considered just gutting it, like clearing everything out of it, and making that my home office, and getting another desk and using my old computer, my backup, in here for personal use, and only use that and effectively have a home office. But even then, when I looked at the numbers, it didn't matter. Rafflin, what's the best way to gear your time gate champion outside of the chest you get for the variant? Well, you want to use any Electrum chests that you have first. It's the same way as any event champion. Electrum's first. Then the silver chest you would have gotten from the time gate, because you get some of those just from completing every 100 areas you complete, like 100 to 200 to 300. Every one of those steps you complete, you get a silver chest. You open those next, and then you could go into the gold chests. So time gate champions are just event champions, and event champions rules are Electrums into named silvers into named golds. Yeah, I mean, if I were doing, if I were working on guides off stream, or if I were, uploading YouTube stuff off stream, right? Like, that counts. But if I'm just sitting down and watching Critical Role and only watching Critical Role, that would have to be done on a second. Technically, that would have to be done on a second computer. And I mean, sure, I could lie about it, but I don't want to have to deal with. I don't want to have to deal with the headache of an audit. And again, when I looked at the numbers, didn't matter. So, do events 2.0 still offer more conversion favor than time gate? Yeah, the event favor conversions are still at 10% per order of magnitude. Time gates are still 2.5% per order of magnitude. They changed how silver chest works in time gates. I'm at area 1278 and I have 16 already. There's a blessing where you get a chance that it'll drop an extra silver chest. So it would seem like it's triggered multiple times. So one of the higher campaigns has a blessing, I think. Oh, no. It's one of the perks. It's a patron perk. Right, here we go. Silvery Gates. Time Gate Silver Chest drop have a % chance of being doubled. And you can get up to 50%. So it's a Mirt perk. So you've triggered it multiple times. All right, we got about 100 areas left to go. I keep opening this up, just like, am I going to magically have a speed potion? No. No. But what I am going to do is pop this click damage potion. Because we got an hour left on the stream, so hopefully that gets us through. It's the perk that should give a chance for gold, yes. Not 50% chance, but I think it should work up to I think it should start at, if we're going to talk about changes, like this. Shouldn't be silvery gates, it should be golden gates. Time gate chest drops have a tiny % chance of being a gold chest, and I think it should probably be 0.1%, maybe. And give it 50, or maybe, 0.2%, and at 25 would make it a 5% chance. So you'd at least have a chance. And then if you go all the way to 2,000, you get a gold chest. Or maybe maybe you go to a little higher. Maybe you make it maxed out at a 10% chance. So 1 in 10, you'd get a gold. That'd be neat. They're not going to do it. I mean, they can make me a liar. That'd be great. Make me a liar, Sandy. Make me a liar and do it. What's the matter? Are you chicken? Wait. Welcome back, Meister Wilburn. So again, this Mirt's a persistent buzzing will give us 3,000 more ruby coins, but that's not as consequential as the 9,800 influence, which will give us enough to buy our first time gate piece. For Mirt. And the way this works is once you've earned this amount, again, once it shows 2.5 EO4 or higher here, this always remains unlocked. So you just work your way down. The next big one that we'll need is after Huge Potion of Speed. It's the Modron chest. It'll only show up once we've unlocked a Modron core. It's going to be between 3 EO5 and 7.5. So it might be 5 EO5. That'd be the next big push. We're still a ways away from that, so we don't need to worry about that yet. I'm not going to stress about it. I'm not going to try to work towards it early. I'm just going back to doing the game. No, Birdsong's Birdsong's a canon character, so it's just out of the shop. Did I get to 175 in the Drizzt variant early on? I did, and then I went on and got to 275, which is what I needed to actually complete it. Mama Carlock came in. We had a Dark Urge DPS formation. I was like, what's going to happen if I try Carlock? Even though she's in 5 blues and a green versus Dark Urge is 5 blues with a purple, and one of the blues is shiny. Carlock destroyed it. Carlock carry. We're a Carlock main account on this account too now. Both my accounts are now Carlock mains. I didn't think her gear. I don't think that gear would be enough to overcome a pretty solid Dark Urge. I mean, self damage plus the shiny being on the specialization choice. Yeah. I'm a little bummed that we didn't get an epic on Carlock because I would instantly have thrown down a support pigment. She's an instant support pigment investment on my account, but I'm not gonna be able to get purples for her now. I'm not gonna be able to get anything but the gear she had, the blue gear. She can get rid of this blue with an Electrum. Still need one more for Regis. Who else still needs? Is that it? That's it. So I have 2 greens that need to be blues from Electrum chests. But I won't be able to get any epics for her. Carlock, man, skins for like cool skins for Carlock would be cool. I don't really like the Mind Flayer one. I don't really like it. Like, she needs a cool outfit. She's that dress. There was like a cool dress she could wear. Well, there was a lot of cool outfits in Baldur's Gate 3, but yeah, I mean, I think they'll all eventually. I mean, since they did casual Astarion, it feels like they'll probably all get a casual skin, which makes sense, like camp clothes skin. Absolutely. After that, who knows? Like the only Mind Flayer ones I tend to have are like on my main account. Mitch is pretty much always on. Sometimes Zorbu, Mind Flayer Zorbu. I think I've got them mostly on random now, but question on Briv. If he's jumping bosses on free play, does that mean you miss gems? No. The opposite. He reaches down, he grabs the bag. You get everything from the bag. This is why Briv gem farming is a thing. You're skipping every boss is the goal. And thus he's getting every bag. You get them. You absolutely get them. That's the whole point. No, I don't think they'll do underwear skins. This is not that kind of game. But just regular camp clothes. You know, the default camp clothes probably. But yeah, the whole point of Briv gem farming is that you get Briv to a 4 jump. That means he jumps from 1 to 6 to 11. He jumps every boss, and you never have to slow down for the bosses. You just get all the gems. In fact, I'm almost at 200,000 gems on my main account, which is on this other screen. Farming. Yeah, you won't see the game doesn't instantly calculate like change your gem totals as you pick up gems. It takes a bit to update. So yeah, just don't worry about it. He's picking it all up. Endless Rhyme or Loomler? Everlasting Rhyme. I was like, that's not the right name. Everlasting Rhyme. I changed it from Excavating History to Everlasting Rhyme. If you're at 75, if you're at a guaranteed 1 jump and over 20% chance to 2 jump, you can start Briv gem farming. But you'll probably want to go to like Terror in the Dark. That's usually where I recommend. And then once you get to a 3 jump, if you can posit it a perfect 3 jump, Beast Intentions. Lediath has a video about Beast Intentions Briv gem farming, and it's for specifically if you stop at an exact 3 jump, and it's faster than it gets real fast. It's real stable, I guess. I have no way to test that, but they do lots of testing for that kind of stuff. So, oh yeah, we got plenty of time. But yeah, that's I started at an imperfect jump, above 1.2, which is, if you want to think about it that way. One jump, 20% chance to skip 2, like a 1.2. I started imperfect above that, and I did Terror in the Dark all the way to a perfect 4 jump, and then there's a feat to lock you at a 4, right? That's what Wasting Haste is for. It's to keep you at 4 jump so that you can keep those opening chest feats, keep hunting the higher numbers. But now there's situations where people have figured out a 7 jump and an 8 jump, so on the way to 9 jump, because 9 jump is the big one after 4. But in between 4 and people used to just have to wait in between 4 and 9, because anything imperfect after that was actually a loss. But now there's a 7 and an 8, like a perfect 7 and a perfect 8 that are better than the 4, and thus will help get you to 9 faster. Yeah, Oceanmon. Apparently it seems like it's going to be faster. Hold on. I did not watch it, but we were talking about this recently. There. So it uses Azaka. It uses Azaka, but it does the thing. It does the thing, and that's what you want. You want us to do the thing. Slowing down, folks. We're slowing down, but we got to 275 with this formation, so... Well, we got to 275 with a formation that had 1 fewer champions, so we'll be fine. Even if we slow down a little bit. Perfect 3 jump means 0% chance to 4 jump. Correct. So hold on. So if you have some kind of percent chance to 4 jump, you can't use that strategy. You got to keep just doing an imperfect jump strat, which, like I said, personally I preferred Terror in the Dark for that. But there's probably some other places to do it. I stopped looking when I found one place to do it and just did it in that place. Lediath wants to test some 6 jump ideas? Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, look, if there's ways, if people can figure out ways to lock in, steps at the perfect stuff, you want as much increase, even if it's just a tiny, even if it's like a 5% faster. Look, for the amount of item levels you need, 5% faster is worth it. 5% faster is worth it. So, what percentage gets you to 2? Well, I mean, 100% chance to get you to 2 jump. It's all about percent chance. So now if you're talking about what item level gets you there, it depends on what the rarity of your gear is and if you have any gilding or not. Like right now, I've got a shiny blue 126. This only gives me a 53.13% chance to skip 1. So, and actually, I think I do. Blacksmithing contracts for Briv. Got a grand total of 1. All right, let's try again. That's better. 2 levels, great. It's the worst. Do better. Do better. You've got a shiny epic. That's great. I mean, the golden epic is obviously hashtag the dream, but the shiny epic is the next best thing. How hungry is Carlock for contracts? She does mop, but her mop is her health share. If I remember correctly. Her Ceramorphosis is her health share. Her rage is post stack. So I can't remember if this one's. I think this one's post stack too. It's not going to tell me because we haven't done any of it. But so yeah, she's more of a, and it isn't even her own health, right? It's her health share. It was a weird mop for her. It is cool because, like right now, well, in any situation, if either, I think kind of the best situation is if you're going to use her as a DPS, is for her not to be tanking almost. She can, but if there's another tank, that's kind of ideal because you can make that other tank super healthy with the health share. But because it doesn't boost her own health, it's like, which is why it's good to have. Oh no, I'm gonna sneeze again. Maybe not. Which is why it's good to have like a good health item on her. Like I got her golden epic health item because if you're going to be putting item levels into her, you want her to be survivable. But then because, the more health she gets off that, the better because she stays alive, but then she shares it with everybody else. So it's a little bit of a weird situation, but it is what it is. So she's not quite. I mean, she wants some item levels just because she wants at least 100 item levels, so that because that's the efficient. That's your most efficient item levels. But beyond that, it's more you're giving her her team survivability. Need 60. Nothing for him for a while. All right. Yeah, you really. That's the other thing. Yeah, you would really want to. You really want to shiny her alt, and so you'd want 250 average item levels on her minimum, with a shiny on her ultimate. Because you need this up as often as possible because it stays up until you beat a boss, and then it stays active until you beat a boss, and then the cooldown kicks in, and then you have to wait to use it again. It's like, ugh. I mean, we're at 628.6 seconds. Like, no thanks. 10.5 minutes? What the hell? 40 levels missing to unlock? I don't know what you mean. Oh, you mean like you stopped 40 levels too soon? Did you get your ideal formation in? Did you bully the right things? Did you bully the right things? That's always a good question to ask somebody, right? Oh wow, Mitsk set Bud there. We didn't even get Carlock to do it. Oh no, you're okay. You're just 40 levels away. Nice. Okay, I took that as you weren't gonna get there. Nothing. Really need to submit a ticket about that. Um, Minor issue, low priority. There we go. I don't know. I mean, it is a bug, but it's not like, oh my god. Come on, Carlock. Hit him. Hit him real hard. There we go. There we go. That's what we want to see. See a good hard smack in the face. A good hard smack in the face. And we'll just ride that butt for a little bit. Hey, Ben. Yeah, I mean, look, when you're raising Briv, it's every level counts. I mean, I opened up those contracts. I got 3 levels on the item I cared about. But the thing is, he's my tank. He's getting beefier. His buffs are getting stronger. His speed effect isn't speeding up as I like, but overall, he's helping my progress. Once again, I don't really want to use the ult yet because it's the timer is so long. So I'm like, kind of stuck waiting for Boo. Boo needs to work on his conditioning, man. He should be able to go for the eyes more often. Damage. It's ultimate. Oh, that's one. He's not a favorite foe, but there, that helped. That helped. All right. So I would kind of want to use Karlach's ultimate in combination with Go for the Eyes on something that was hard to kill and hopefully get one big spike that carries us all the way to the end, because otherwise we're waiting over 10 minutes for that to come back. So I really want to wait until we clear 245. Yeah. We either have to use it on the boss on 245 or we want to use it at like whatever we land on right after 245. Do we have more jumps? Oh, yeah, we got plenty of jumps. All right. We got the hops. Oh, no, that was good. I like that. We need 25 levels here. 70? I don't even know. This is what I reported is until I buy 870, it won't show me what's after 870. Doesn't matter how much gold I have banked up, it just doesn't, and that's a problem. There's something in there that's causing that to happen because that's not normal. 785 for Celeste. I have no idea for Browning. 25, 785, or just 20 on Carlock. Need to get the Boo familiar on Minsk for emotional support. It would be neat if that did something, but... Oh, for a golden epic Theodinarax, it's 36.26 for perfect 4-jump. But remember, you're gonna have a feat for there's a feat that'll be available for that you can buy that'll lock it at a 4-jump. It's wasting haste. This thing that says 800%, that basically means that I don't know why they put it at that, but they should have just said, 4-jump. That's what that's for, and it's cheap too, 12,500. So yeah. All right, here we go. Here we go. Our final stretch. Just wrecked. Yes. Wow. She's such a beast. I love that this is a Carlock account. When we really need to push like hard somewhere, now we're a Carlock account. Great. Oh, I just got a gold chest. Everything's coming up Garwar today. Wow. Everything was blue, folks. I mean, we didn't get anything useful, really, but everything was blue. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it, because guess where this is going? Hey, Briv. Hey, Briv. 2 levels. Okay. All right. Oh, we're past the threshold. Now I can pop Carlock's ultimate. I mean, I think we were going to be fine without it, but I absolutely want it. I hate that she becomes a flaming onion, though. And I would like a different art for that. Flaming onion Carlock is not... That's not the appetizer I order at the Outback. No, thank you. Oh, he starts at 50% for 1-jump, so 800% is... Oh, okay, I get it. I get what you're saying. Okay. I don't think about it that way. I think they just need to say caps at 4 jumps. Like, why confuse people? And by people, I mean me. By people, I mean me. Yeah. Get her done. Go for the eyes, boo. Here we go. We have buzzed persistently. We have buzzed persistently. All right. I'm done with Mirt.